Hey guys, it's Mysteria again, back with another Legion Beta 5-man dungeon video guide. This time it's the Halls of Valor. It's a 5-boss dungeon, it's pretty fun, so sit back and enjoy the ride. First boss, we've got Hindal, Bloodletting Sweep. It's a frontal cone attack that reduces healing received. You don't want to take damage from this because you want to be able to be healed, obvious. Dancing Blade, he's going to throw a blade at somebody, and essentially just don't stand in it. It's like the Flamebender swords. And Horn of Valor that you just saw there is a Proto-Drake comes flying through there and sends a static discharge field thingy. Don't stand in that, and you'll be fine. And that's essentially all the mechanics that you have to watch out for here. There's a sword, don't stand on the sword, as you can see. And the frontal cone attack, and the Drake's going to come back in here in a second. So just DPS him down, pretty simple boss. It's not too bad at all. This dungeon and all the trash is kind of terrible. I didn't really care too much for it. There's a lot of confusing places to go, especially around the third boss, Fenrir. There's a static discharge again, don't stand in that. Just move out of it. On heroic mode, that actually comes with tornadoes. They shoot out of there and follow people. So watch out for those as well if you're doing this on heroic mode. But this is normal, and again, this is kind of a dry run. This is my first time doing Halls of Valor. So I'm going to make mistakes. It's just inevitable because I'm an idiot. So yeah, we've got that going on for us. Alright, this next boss, Hydra, however you pronounce that. Shield of Light charges the shield, and he's going to shoot energy at somebody. Anyone caught in this line will take damage and be knocked back, so don't stand in that, just make sure you're out of it. He's also going to do this empowerment thing where he goes to Thunder or Holy. So Mystic Empowerment Thunder, what that does is it gains an ability Eye of the Storm and Arcing Bolt. When he does Eye of the Storm, if you stand in the Eye of the Storm, you will take less nature damage. Arcing Bolt is essentially just a chain lightning spell. Mystic Empowerment Holy, when using Rings of Olmir, the boss will cast Sanctify and Expel Light. By the way, for these both forms, every 4 seconds, the abilities are going to get nastier and nastier in terms of damage. But anyway, Sanctify creates orbs that pulse light. They'll stand in the zone wherever it goes, and you will be fine. Expel Light just causes somebody to explode after 3 seconds. And essentially, you'll damage nearby players in heroic mode. This ability jumps to another player after it goes off. The third boss here, Fenrir, he does Claw Frenzy. Split damage within 12 yards and it always hits and ignores armor. Just keep that in mind, you cannot escape it. Unnerving Howl just interrupts spell casts, and on heroic mode this actually summons adds, and the more adds there are, the stronger they get. So just, you really got to take him down quick. Ravenous Sleep is where he jumps to a random person and deals damage to everybody close to impact and causes a bleed. This is the dot, kind of like in Beastmaster and BRF. You just want to spread out and avoid that. Scent of Blood, he's going to fixate on some random person for 6 seconds. Every 2 seconds, the damage increases by 50%, so just make sure you don't get caught. So you probably want to just spread out, kill the ads as soon as they spawn on heroic mode. Take them down and you'll be fine. It's not really bad of a fight other than that. See there, he's fixated on that person, and they run away, and good times. The frustrating thing is when you pop all your cooldowns and he starts running across the map, and you just waste everything, like I did. So yeah, don't do that. God King Skovald, the next boss, he does Aegis Vagramar, which basically just creates a shield that absorbs damage from the front every 12 seconds. You can use this to help against his attacks. He also does Ragnarok. This inflicts major ticking damage over 9 seconds. It gets nastier and nastier as the longer the fight goes on, so you have to heal through it or you just use the Aegis on it, whatever you want to do. Fellblaze Rush charges a random player. It causes damage to everybody near the impact. That's kind of a running thing in this dungeon. Every boss has something that they shoot at players and damages them like 10 yards within impact and sometimes pause dot. Anyways, Infernal Flames, they're just flames on the ground, don't stand on the fire. Heroic mode, Flame of Woe comes out. This is an ad that fixates on a random person. As it moves, it brings fire with it, and eventually it dies down because it just burns out. So you don't really need to damage these mobs, just kind of, let them die on their own. And Savage Blade is just a big tank nuke. You want to use an active mitigation cooldown on this, or you'll take a dot for 20 seconds, and it's pretty devastating. So this last boss, Odin, he's not too bad. You just have to take him down to 80% to win the fight. He does Runic Brand. He's just going to brand each player with a symbol. You have to find your symbol around this little circle there, and it lasts for 12 seconds. And if you find your rune, you cleanse it, and your damage and healing is increased by 50%, as well as a slight move speed increase. This is handy. A Radiant Tempest, he's going to nuke the entire party and knock them back within 30 yards. It's that circle, just don't stand in it, and you'll be fine. I stood in it because I'm an idiot, and this is the first time I've seen this. Anyways, on Heroic mode, Stormforged Obliterator add deals nature damage to everybody in the party, just kill that. This is normal mode, so we didn't really have to worry about the ad so much. Spear of Light, he's just gonna chuck a spear at a random player's location. You don't want to stand near it, and sometimes he will shatter these spears, and turns them into 3 glowing fragments, and what that does is essentially just discs to dodge. They just kind of float around the room. No stand on those. There's another Radiant Tempest. You want to get out of that, so I think it's physical damage. Anyways, yeah, it's a pretty simple fight. I enjoyed this dungeon, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, or dislike if you feel the need to. This has been Mystere, and I bid you all a fond farewell, and I will see you in my next video.